Focus now to some news coming in as far as the National Capital Region and the air emergency here goes. Delhi government is going to be forming a committee to tackle the air pollution crisis. This committee is going to be headed by Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta. The panel will have officials from leading scientific centres. This is what we're now learning. The air quality index in Delhi has seen a tumble over the last few days. GRAP 3 was revoked. GRAP 2 is in effect as far as the National Capital Region goes. That's something that hasn't helped the air quality in the National Capital Region, which has only seen a downward spiral. Let's listen into the Delhi Environment Minister.
चीजों को लड़ सकती है, इसलिए उसको आदेश दिया गया एमसीडी को कि 8000 की 8000 किलोमीटर की उनकी सड़कें पोर्टल फ्री होनी चाहिए, डस्ट फ्री होनी चाहिए। इसके लिए उन्होंने एक समय मांगा है। उस समय सीमा के अंदर अंदर वो अपनी रिपोर्ट देंगे कितने दिनों में और किस तरह से प्लान तरीके से खत्म किया जाएगा इसको, उसके ऊपर अगली कार्रवाई उसके बाद की जाएगी। एमसीडी को यह भी आदेश दिया गया और बाकी एजेंसीज को भी कि जितना भी कटिंग हो रही है, रोड कटिंग किसी पर्पस के लिए किसी, उसके ऊपर अभी से अपना रेट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के तहत अपने टेंडर फ्लोट करेंगे ताकि एडवांस में उनके पास होना चाहिए। एजेंसी पैसा जमा कराती है, रोड कटिंग का काम होता है, उसके बाद टेंडर लगता है। टेक्स मंथ्स एंड मंथ्स। इस दौरान वहाँ पे बहुत डस्ट होती है। उसको रोकने के लिए आज ये तय किया गया है, कोई भी रोड कटिंग जैसे ही खत्म होगा काम उसको तुरंत करना होगा। उसके लिए कोई टेंडर नहीं होगा, पहले से ही इसको रेट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया जाएगा ताकि तुरंत उनका काम को बंद किया जा सके। अभी सीएनडी वेस्ट के प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं उनको कंपल्सरी किया जाएगा, उसके लिए
Srishti, my colleague now joins us, getting us more details. Srishti, what more can you tell us about this committee that has now been formed? Because there seems to be certain steps that the government could have taken but haven't. They invoked GRAP 3 as well, and ever since then we've seen the air quality only tumble further.
Right, Poonam. So as we see for the last 2 months, the air quality in the national capital, that is the air quality index, has been hovering between very poor to severe levels. And even today, it's still in the very poor category. So the Union Environment Minister, Bhupendra Yadav, held a meeting with where the Delhi Environment Minister, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, was also present. And it was decided that a committee will be formed to make the recommendations to the Chief Minister. And the Chief Minister will chair this committee. So it will include officials from the leading scientific centers in the country. And basically, the target is to actually contain pollution from those sources. Now, as we all know, it's coming from the vehicles, industries as well. So on traffic congestion, it was decided that the 62 identified hotspots in Delhi, which require urgent action through smart traffic management, so that will be prioritized. The public transport would really be promoted because in the recent past, the Delhi government has kind of stepped up in procuring electric vehicles, which can help reduce pollution in the long run. And as Mr. Sirsa was highlighting in the press briefing as well, that the road development works will also be expedited. We all know that road dust, is a significant contribution to the pollution in Delhi, and that is why the Delhi government has been procuring a lot of water sprinklers and anti-smog guns as well. They also discussed the action on the industries because there are certain industries which are also, major polluters in the national capital. So on the issue of industries' compliance to the emission standards in Delhi and NCR, it was decided that all these delinquent units would be handheld to encourage them to use these online continuous emission monitoring systems, so which enable them to actually track the pollution that is coming from these industries. So this meeting basically, evaluated all the actions being taken. Remember, this also, is happening when the residents are also protesting in the streets against the worsening level of pollution in the city. In fact, today also there was a protest held at Jantar Mantar. So the pressure on the government to actually act on this pollution has been rising steadily.
And speaking of that protest in Jantar Mantar, we'll play out a report that you sent us earlier today, Srishti, as well. But talking about this particular committee that has now been formed by the Delhi government with the Chief Minister at the helm, is there a particular timeline that they're working with? What kind of solutions are they looking to get in? Because it's the end of the year pretty much. This is when the city and the National Capital Region is the worst hit.
Right, Poonam. So see, it's been almost 2 months. Like I said, the AQI has been very poor to severe. And it's almost November now, and with the temperatures falling, I think the air quality is going to worsen over the next few weeks as well. Now, the Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav not just said that we need to expedite actions in the next 2 months as well, but also he asked the stakeholders to prepare an action plan for next year as well. So all these priority sectors, the vehicles, the industries, the traffic management, the road dust, as well as the open burning of waste. Remember, that's also a very serious issue in the national capital. And in the meeting, they also identified certain potential greening sites across NCR, where probably the more area could be brought under the green cover. So those measures will probably also help in bringing down the pollution in the long run. But I think the focus, as highlighted in the meeting as well, is on the priority sectors, curbing the pollution from the sources, which is basically vehicles, industries, and most importantly, traffic management. Remember, just a few days ago, there was an important report which came out from the New Delhi-based Center for Science and Environment, which again highlighted that that there's a lot of pollution coming from these vehicles, and the focus should not just be on PM 2.5 and PM 10 that we keep on talking about, but there are a lot of these harmful gases, like nitrogen dioxide and carbon monoxide, which have steadily increased every time there's a traffic congestion, and that's a serious cause of concern, which was also discussed in the meeting.
Right, Shashi, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that front. We'll have to wait and watch as to what happens as far as this particular committee goes. But the residents of the National Capital Region have had enough, because this is the same story that plays out every single year at the onset of winter and stays that way for the 3 months of winter as temperatures drop.